I'm going to start this off by saying that I expected Vision Divine to be releasing an album in 2018 since they released Angel of Revenge in that year. But around a year later, they released Three Men Walk on the Moon as a single, and that got me hyped for whatever they were going to do next because they were being a little bit more active. Yes, I know they had only released 2 songs in a very long span, but both songs were great, and it made me excited for whatever they were going to do. So, Insurgent is a orchestral opening track that leads into the 26th Machine. Nothing too special about Insurgent, but the 26th Machine is a fantastic song. I see this song as a direct love child of Angel of Revenge and Three Men Walk on the Moon, considering there is a lot of vocal elements alongside the keyboard and guitar work that reminds me very much of Angel of Revenge. So you have the vocal style of the songs such as Three Men Walk on the Moon, as well as the guitar and keyboard style that it was in Angel of Revenge. So you're getting this combined mix of some soft vocals alongside a song that is bombastic when it comes to instruments, and it's fantastic song to start off the album as it marries 2 songs that as singles I ended up really enjoying a lot. Three Men Walk on the Moon was a song that I stated released as a single, and this song also made me extremely hyped for whenever they were going to release an album. As like the 26th Machine, I love this song, man. The goddamn vocals, goddamn knock it out of the park. The vocals in this song are the star of the show and the star of the album, to be honest. It's just so damn good. Everything else also follows it up nicely. So the guitars, the keyboards, the drums, everything else just backs this up into a song that is fantastic. And when they add in the moon speech, you know, the one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, that leads back into the chorus, I have the hairs on my back stick up every single time I hear that. It's so goddamn good. And Three Men Walk on the Moon rival Helium Prime's Apollo the Eagle Has Landed for Best Moon Song. Now, Fall From Grace and Where Is God both have similar issues for me. They're both more traditional power metal songs that come after these 2 fantastic songs that really push the band. Three Men Walk on the Moon and the 26th Machine are both songs that I think are Vision Divine's best. And then Fall From Grace and Where Is God are 2 songs that are just more traditional power metal. With Fall From Grace, the solo is the best part, and with Where Is God, the solo is switched out with the vocals for me. These songs are also good, just compared to Three Men Walk on the Moon and the 26th Machine. These songs are average, even though they are generally above average when it comes to power metal, and are enjoyable listens. Now, All the Heroes Are Gone, I have similar feelings with the previous 2 songs about this one. This song isn't the best title track, I'm gonna say that right now. I ended up enjoying the first quarter of the song as the introduction, as well as just the work and the start of the song is great, as well as the vocals. But apart from that, the song just goes back to being a standard power metal song. And yes, I know that can never be a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes it can be a bit underwhelming at times. Sometimes it can be plain bad. It's whatever you think about power metal. I did enjoy this song, but it's just following a rhythm at this point, and it's disappointing getting about 3 songs of near the same thing compared to you listening to something that's completely different with the start of this album. It doesn't really make sense. But thankfully, While the Sun is Turning Black is a song that changes this. This is a power ballad, or at least close to one. It's a very soft and slow song that I ended up really enjoying, with the standout part of the song being again the introduction as it leads into a fantastic build. The King of the Sky is another song that I find just average, and it's a little bit disappointing at this point, man. It has a good intro, The intro is different compared to the other songs, but apart from that, this is another standard power metal song where it doesn't really push anything. It's an okay listen again, but this and the Ides of March suffer with the same problems, alongside Fall from Grace and Where is God. It's just, as I said, kind of weird how they have these songs that break up this album, excluding The 26th Machine and Three Men Walk on the Moon. 300 is a song that breaks up this again. I feel like I'm noticing a trend here. This song is the gloomiest on the album, expressed heavily in the intro and helped amazingly by the piano work at the start of the song. This song adds some overall variety to the album and giving it just this, step above what it would normally be if it was just kind of like the Ides and all the songs before it. This song brings back the lost mojo that I feel this album was losing towards the midsection. And this song is probably a hidden gem on the album. On my first listen, I ended up really enjoying it, and on subsequent listens, I still enjoy it. And thankfully, Denial Propaganda leaves this album on a high note, and I mean that sincerely. It's another slow song. It's not as ballady as While the Sun is Turning Black, but it is still a slow song, and I ended up really enjoying it. Each section of this song feels deliberate in the way it's presented to you. The intro is slow, the chorus, but I wouldn't really say it's a chorus, also just transitions in a beautiful way. There's a bit that's in Italian. I have no idea what they're saying. They sound passionate about whatever they're saying, but it sounds good. But this is used to great effect and also ends off the album beautifully, man. So I want to summarize by saying this album is a bit odd in the way that they've placed some of the songs. You get this 2-hour amazing bit at the start of the album, followed by a bit of average, a good ballad, 2 songs that are average, and then 2 songs that are also fantastic. So you've got the start, which is fantastic, you've got a midsection song that's also fantastic, and then 2 end songs, and then just average in between those sections. And I feel like that hinders the album because it just gets its momentum going, stops, has a small jump start, and then towards the end brings the momentum back up. So this album is very jumpy in terms of how I liked it. If I could change something from this album, I would add Angel of Revenge as a bonus track, because I feel that Vision Divine's best song was Angel of Revenge, and it's a good evolution for what they did in this album, and it would have been nice to see it on there, because I do not want the song to get buried. It's so damn good. It's Vision Divine's best song, and it would be a shame to see that lost to time or just not make an appearance on an album. So I'm going to give this album a solid 7 out of 10, with those 2 songs that are good, 2 average, 1 good, 2 average, and then 2 good. It's just this bouncing feeling of emotions, and it's just not there for me, man. Like, I really like Vision Divine, and I still think that this album is a great evolution of their work, and I'm excited to see what else they do. But they just need to work on some of these other songs, because I feel like they could have taken them in such different directions, and could have put more emphasis on the vocal styles that they were going for in Three Men Walk on the Moon, or even the over-the-top power metal style that they were going for in Angel of Revenge. They could have expanded out on that, and while the 26th Machine does that, as well as the 2 slower songs on this album being a good change up, I feel that most power metal fans will probably pass this album up, and that right there is just unfortunate and a damn shame.